All right, so today we're going to be talking about how businesses use video, not just for marketing or training, but communication, growth, everything under the sun. Most companies are producing more content than ever before, but it's often scattered across all these different platforms, underutilized, disorganized, hard to manage. So today we're joined by Andreas Kisslinger, the founder of Lightcast, and we're going to talk about how organizations can centralize all of that media, get it all under one roof, automate those workflows, and turn video into an actual business asset that they can utilize. Okay, so Andreas, thanks for being here. For business leaders who may be new to this, maybe they're producing some video, they don't know what an OVP is, and they don't know what Lightcast is. What is Lightcast, and what's the simplest way that they should think about using an OVP?
An OVP like Lightcast allows businesses to upload, store, and distribute all their content securely in one place and to automate distribution.
Wow, that's perfect. So when you say that, is it just a content management system, like where all the content lives, or are we talking about apps and monetization and all of that is included?
Yes, an OVP like Lightcast is a content management system, but with a plugged-in app framework with app templates for virtually every single app store and device platform and screen that can be custom branded and launched on every app store to reach more viewers around the globe. Over 2 billion people around the world are using streaming television of some sort, whether it's a smart TV where your app could be on over 1 billion screens, or set-top boxes like Roku or Fire TV sticks and similar streaming players. And that's a massive audience, 2 billion plus people. And of course, now also self-driving vehicles. There's going to be a few 100 million of those on the roads in the upcoming years with driver-facing streaming apps. And your brand should be there as well. So wherever there is a screen, there are viewers watching. And those viewers should become your customers, your followers, your supporters, your fans.
So when you say a company, and I've heard you say this a number of times, own its own streaming platform, what does that look like in a corporate environment? Are we talking about internal or public facing apps? Like what does that mean?
Most of our corporate clients use their streaming apps on every device, every screen, every platform for marketing purposes, to brand themselves as industry experts, subject matter experts, and to reach new potential customers and generate leads. So of course, it's marketing, it's exposure, it's lead gen. But they can also have secondary streaming apps or lock specific areas within the apps that are just available to staff. So secured behind an authentication wall to sign in for their staff members, to receive training and libraries and access to libraries of video content for quality assurance, for education, training, compliance, etc. And then, of course, customers as well. So we have corporate clients who are using streaming apps, but also the embedded players on their websites, but also their own mobile apps and TV apps, to be available on every screen and device for their customers to install their company's apps, streaming apps, and get instant access securely to all of the educational materials for customer onboarding, best practices, how-to, customer support, tech support. All of this can be automated by video. So the future is automation. It's clear. AI is guiding us that direction, and it's been clear since many years. Most companies want to automate as much as possible, and there is nothing that tells a story better than a video does. Yes, you can send out written materials, newsletters, guides, and all kinds of manuals for your products, your services, but nothing educates your customers better. Nothing provides more detailed customer success empowerment than video libraries. And you need to get those videos onto every screen, every device. And you have to securely manage them in one place. so that your team can actually upload, manage, and distribute, and select what's available to your customers and when, or available to your staff and when, and or available to the public and when. For the customer service use case, I can easily think of a number of clients that are using this successfully. For instance, real estate agents. We have a number of them across the United States and beyond who are using streaming video on every screen, every device, especially on big screen TVs at home, for their customers to go back and review a property walkthrough, a virtual property showing. And that can be critical in many cases to make the sale. I can also think of others in hospitality, in waiting rooms, for instance, at airports, or in hotels or in lobbies, where a linear stream is running on various displays and TVs that showcase the service, add value, and make the whole customer relationship a much more friendly, but also more sticky. In other cases, for instance, in medical doctors' offices, hospitals, and other types of waiting room areas, extremely valuable to showcase the right products, the right content, and to brand yourself, but also provide an outlet to specific pharmaceutical companies that may actually purchase airtime on your TVs, on your streams, in your waiting room area. So there is a myriad of different use cases and applications. Just think outside of the box, see where you can add value the most, and video will do the job.
So the companies that I'm aware of, they're using all these different type tools like Dropbox and YouTube, and it's just kind of broken. So are you saying that this could fix all of that and get it in one area where it's not so disjointed?
Of course, you can send customers to YouTube to find you there, but they will also find your competitors there. Do you want that? They will also find other distracting content that carries them away and you lost them. Is that really what we want? You want to send them to your own property of your own brand that's all about your company, your brand, your service, and where your customers come back to watch and watch securely. And you can update them in real time.
So you've been doing this 16 years. I'm sure you've seen this happen. What changes when a company centralizes all of that media and uses someone like Lightcast?
Most companies instantly see the benefit once they get started with Lightcast, as they start uploading and managing content all in one place, securely and safely. They can create teams and permissions and control the access on the back end. And they realize very quickly how easy it is, how time efficient, cost efficient, how much time it saves them over a number of other solutions that they would have to patch together, and everything is securely and safely in one place. So it just simply saves time and money, and I think that's what's important to most businesses.
So let's talk a little bit about marketing, and when a corporate partner wants to really set up marketing. That video is going to YouTube, it's going to other social platforms, it may go to an internal or an external website. Does this make it easier for them to take all of that content and make it go to all those places?
Yes, absolutely. The Lightcast OVP is a fully automated distribution system, which automatically publishes your content on social, on your website, on your mobile apps, your TV apps, on podcasts, everywhere, with a single click.
So are corporate clients using live video as well? I mean, I'm thinking about things like town halls. Could they really use Lightcast for that type of an instance?
Yes, absolutely. Corporate clients always have events, whether that's internal events such as town halls or external events for customers and for leads. from webinars to seminars to workshops to annual conferences. And all of that should be streamed live to the company's own streaming properties, their own streaming apps on TV, mobile, web, social, and all of that is entirely automated with a single stream, a single workflow through the Lightcast Media Cloud.
Yeah, so that's video on demand and live. Are corporate clients using linear streams at all?
Absolutely. Most corporate clients of Lightcast have a large library of multiple hundreds of videos from marketing to advertising, promos, event recordings from the past. And there is nothing more beautiful than to create a linear television stream of your company's content. And that can go to waiting rooms and conference rooms, digital signage, on your campuses, in your offices, but also to your partners and even to your clients' own TV screens at home. And it's so easy. You just drag and drop your videos from your library into a schedule, and it plays out in the cloud, a linear stream. You can monetize that. You can present partners on it. There's so much you can do with it. It adds enormous value. It makes you look bigger than life. And it's a phenomenal value add for your customers and also your staff.
So when I think linear, it's like, your traditional TV where something pops up every 5 minutes or 30 minutes. For those doctors' offices and waiting rooms where there's something on TV, is Lightcast something that they could use to really make it their own content while you're sitting there waiting for your appointment?
Exactly. So any waiting room, any area where you have the attention of people and a screen facing them, you can capture that and utilize that attention and the time they have to watch it for your own brand, for your own content, with your own linear stream. And so in many cases, hospitals, doctors' offices, they currently have something running on a screen, but it could be someone else's third-party feed, not their own. They may have little control over it. And in some cases, they just run a loop of a stick or something. But in the Lightcast Media Cloud, it's so much easier to control all of that. And the beautiful part of it is you have all your content in the Lightcast Media Cloud anyways, because you distribute to social. You can use it for on demand on your website, for your streaming apps on mobile and TV. And then just with a few clicks, drag and drop into a schedule, you're also playing out a linear stream on top of that, and everything is in one place. So there's no extra work, there's no extra cost, there's not a new piece of equipment needed, everything already there.
Well, and my last question is right on that. I'm assuming with how comprehensive this is, and it's very tech forward, the corporate environment, they're probably going to have to hire like an engineer or a tech team to maintain the system, right?
The Lightcast Media Cloud automates everything, and it takes the engineering degrees out of the entire process. You no longer need a developer. You no longer need engineers. Any administrative personnel can simply upload and manage and distribute and monetize all of your content in one place. We have clients who are so excited. They're telling us, oh, my personal assistant is in Sydney on the other side of the planet, sitting in a hotel room. And on her tablet, she's programming the schedule. She's uploading, publishing new content, and it goes everywhere. And it only took her 10 minutes. And what used to require entire teams and high degrees and engineering and expensive developers can now be done with a single person in a few minutes, fully automated through the software. That's the AI Media Cloud. There are 3 corporate video use cases for marketing, customer service, and training. If you have a TV screen in your office, at your company, at your headquarters, in your lobby, in a conference room, anywhere, you should have your own linear stream just for your company, your content, your brand.